So Rob, this is our new 45.
Wow, what a specimen.
It's big. It takes up a lot of our shop. This is a pretty big shop, but it still fills a lot of it. So
goodness, I see the performance fins. You guys are known for that.
Yeah, you'll also,
capabilities.
from this angle, you can see there's a step in this hull.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So this is a stepped hull design. We've done a few of them over the years, especially on the bigger boats, because remember, we're performance DNA. We like to go a little faster, a little more fuel economy. Adding that step gives us that, along with a delta shoe and then all the lifting strakes.
Oh yeah, we'll see that delta in a little bit when we walk around the stern, right?
Yeah, so this is a 45-foot hull. We went for 50 feet with engines trimmed down. That makes it easier to dock at a lot of marinas around the Puget Sound. But we're still shooting about 62, 63 mile an hour top speed. You know, this will be right there.
We've ridden in these things and they flat out perform, man.
Yeah,
so.
This is triple 600s, so 1,800 horsepower. It's going to be 30 to 33,000 pounds, you know, is where it's going to end up with fuel.
Unreal. And you can see where the collars are going to go on if we walk up here. So this will all be your collars that go on here. Talk about how you guys put those collars together, because there's a lot of stuff going on there that's pretty special.
You got to have some secret sauce. Collars are one of our secret sauce things, right? Makes us unique. We have a really big collar on this hull. We like the stability and the extra flotation, the safety it provides. When you get into really big rough water, you'll see that collar will interact, and as the hull goes down, water comes up, hits that tube, produces lift, water shoots out. So it's like a Carolina bow in how it sheds the water, but it's like a big wide hull in how it displaces the water.
Wow. And that is a lot larger collar than I've seen on your other boats.
It's a big collar.
That's a beast.
It's a lot of foam. And remember, our collars are foam based. For those that don't know, it's closed cell memory foam. We actually computer design it. We CNC cut it up at a facility across the street. It's all done in-house. The fabric then slides over the foam, protects the foam, and our fabrics, they come from all over the world, different colors, different needs.
So if you do puncture the fabric, which is going to be very difficult to do, you've got closed cell foam under there.
Doesn't matter.
Most people look at one of these boats and figure there's air in there.
Yeah.
But there's not. It's all closed cell foam.
People are used to seeing a Zodiac or another type of inflatable boat.
Yeah.
Smaller boats typically, and you know, like a lot of big boats have small boats, and a lot of the small boats get neglected and the tubes are flat.
Yeah.
We've all seen it at the marina. This doesn't do that, and so it's hard sometimes until people touch it.
Yeah.
Boat shows are great. You'll see people punch and kick, and they want to touch that tube.
The first thing I wanted to do when I walked up to it at the boat show was hammer on the side of it.
But for you, if you gaff it, right? If you gaff it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. We do a lot of fishing. I see a bow thruster in there, lifting strakes.
Yeah, so this boat's really unique. Speaking of the bow thruster, this is a 48 volt power plant on the alternator. So we're working with Mercury on the Fathom system. I'm sure we'll talk more about that later as we show some more things. But like, because of that, we're able to go to a 48 volt bow thruster and a 48 volt drum windlass that we're custom building in Australia to reduce the cable size, and you know, it's a long boat. So there's some unique things. We have a 48 volt barbecue on this boat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
that wasn't on my wish list for Christmas. I guess it needs to be now.
It was on this owner's, let me tell you. He specifically picked it out.
We just walked around this thing before you came along, Mike, and the systems on here, unreal. We can climb
really
up
neat.
in here.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we got this delta pad to look at too. Oh yeah, here's the delta pad right here.
Yeah.
You mentioned that.
Big delta pad. And we've got our bucket.
Is this stability and fuel savings? Is that what
big time. You know, most of the water wants to shut off the hull at about a 7-degree angle, so we appropriately size this at a distance to shed it correctly. We've got underwater lighting as our air compressor kicks on. This boat is going to be really tricked out with RGB lighting throughout. So we've got a really neat RGB lighting design. We're using the Lumitech POCO system. It communicates to the lights via Bluetooth wirelessly to get them all synchronized together. We've got 8 different zones.
You can even tune that into your music selection?
We went with Fusion, which is owned by Garmin. Came out with these new Apollo speakers. So here's the stereo system.
It's probably on a pallet for a boat of this size.
Yeah, a lot of speakers.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So we've got a lot of the 8x8s. They've got, you know, RGB lighting controls. These are new from Fusion this year. It's exciting to do.
Looking down the length of this, you can see where these collars are going to go on. Now you get a really good view looking down the length of this boat.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see, you know, before the collars go on, we epoxy coat and we urethane fill any gaps, any seams, you know, we're putting an epoxy barrier coat on the aluminum, so even if water does get back there, it's all protected.
And here's your performance fins.
Yeah.
Right here. We can walk up front. Eric, if you want to follow us, we can walk up front. You can see this one up on the front.
This is a pretty big one.
This is part of why these things corner on absolute rails right here.
And you can see how this is built and boxed in.
Ooh, and this holds that front corner in the corner.
Because, because this is so much mass, when you go to make that hard corner, think of the amount of load that it puts on this fin.
Yeah.
It's massive. This also really sheds water too. So as water comes up the hull, it'll hit this fin and shut it back down.
We've got some nice artwork here.
Yeah, well, you know, a break time.
Yeah. Wow, this is impressive, man.
Thanks.
Impressive.
Yeah, this boat holds 660 gallons of fuel. We've got 100 of fresh water. We've got 80 of black water. We've got 4 separate sleeping quarters. 1 King XL, 2 Queen XLs, and then a small little day bed.
Wow.
You know, so we have 2 TVs on board. We have a 42-inch TV coming out of the galley. We have 2 of the giant 160 double drawer fridge units, and you can change the drawers. If you want fridge or freezer, you can just program it right on the unit.
Deal?
They're not made by Dometic. They're Vitrifrigo out of Italy.
Okay, wow.
Pretty cool. We've got ice maker on board.
You guys are always on the leading edge of all this stuff, seems like, here at Life Proof.
We have a lot of clients that
definitely
push
out front.
us. Yeah, no doubt.
Really neat. Let's jump up inside here and check it out, man.
So Rob, welcome on board.
Yeah.
So, you know, this layout, this client, he's had a few boats with us. This isn't his first Life Proof boat. This is his third. He started at 27 feet, and now we're at 45 feet. We've doubled in a few years. And over those years with different boats, he's come up with different ways of how he uses it. And so this boat's designed around his functionality, and he really looked at like what would be industry leading for this market segment, right? He likes building boats with us. So these open up. These are something we do on almost all of our boats now to give you open, clear access. This will have gas struts. And inside these lockers, you'll notice this white paint. This is a condensation paint. Aluminum boats with temperature variances, they go all over the world. We now do this as a standard on our boats to reduce any condensation that would take place where we have equipment. Very simple layout. Most all of this will be open for storage when we're done.
And then these fold down, and you've got seating here.
Yeah.
And great access for all the electrical systems in here, you know. Incredible.
Thank you, yeah. Same with this one. This one also hinges up. This will be open for storage as well.
Oh, I see that, okay.
So the idea is that you have dual facing seating. We're gonna have a big table here. This lid below our feet is where we're gonna open up for mechanical space, batteries, things like that.
Yeah.
So
now we're looking into the cabin space here.
Yeah, like you've seen on the other boats, this will have a flip up double window, you know, combo.
Yeah.
Lots of headroom. We're gonna have handrails. This has the largest sunroof we've ever installed in a boat yet.
Okay, I see
Huge
that.
sunroof. It'll be electric and opening.
Nice dinette here, looks like.
Big dinette. This converts to a sleeper. We've got 4 of those 6,000 watt lithium batteries in this boat. So they're gonna live in that space.
Okay.
So each of them are 24. So we combine 24, 24, 24, 24 to get to 2 48 volt banks. It'll be in parallel. That'll get us 800 amp hours. So at 48 volt. And then we're gonna run a 5,000 watt combi inverter unit. That's gonna power 2 of the new Dometic 18,000 BTU Voyager air conditioners on board. They're solid state. There's no startup load. It's really gradual. So
this is going somewhere warm.
Well, Pacific Northwest.
Oh, it is, okay.
But as this size and this class of a vessel, it just has to have the AC.
Yeah.
Even if it's only used a couple times.
And back here we've got the galley. There it is.
Big galley, double drawer fridge units.
Sink on that side.
Sink, micro, storage. We've got the electric TV unit here. That'll go up and down within the space.
Look-up windows. Love the look-up windows on your boats.
Thanks.
Let in so much natural light.
A lot of light.
Docking.
And then you can see here, one of the character pieces of this boat is this massive piece of glass.
Yeah, look at the size of this here.
Huge piece of glass.
Huge piece of glass in there.
No frame, it's direct glazed.
Direct bond windows.
So what you'll see is that this is a CNC milled piece of 5/8 sheet of aluminum. So this is one giant sheet of aluminum that we mill down to provide the strength needed to reset that glass.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Really expensive piece of aluminum.
Sound deadening up in here, up in the headliner, all
Yeah.
insulated. And then here's these sunroofs.
Big sunroof.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times clients love suspension seating, but when you get to this size of boat, he
really
goes, I
need
want
it,
bench.
Yeah.
So we did a big bench over here, suspension seat for him, of course. We're gonna have 2 of the Garmin 17-inch displays with a 16-inch on the passenger side and a 10-inch on the back deck. The boat's designed to fit the new, we can go up to 22s. So we could do some 22s in this boat if needed.
Fascinating.
This floor below us, this is gonna be a hinging floor that provides more natural light and space to the sleeping quarters below. So you know, a lot of boats have that lower deck sleeping quarters, and they kind of can feel constricted and confined in their space. So this was one way we thought we could add some more value to the boat, was to make this hinge up. So so that's kind of fun.
Thought of everything, Micah. And then we've got staterooms down here. The guys are working down here. We might be able to sneak in there and see what's going on here.
Big master straight ahead.
Yeah.
This space off to your left is a configurable space. So this could be designed to be whatever you wanted. It could be a separate day bathroom. It could be washer, dryer. It could be, you know, laundry, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then we have the bathroom and shower combo over here on this side.
Lots of room in there.
Everybody wants more space, so we made it as big as we could.
And large forward stateroom in here.
This is a King XL.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of space in here, a lot of natural light.
A lot of lighting, I see. Yeah.
Bow thrusters down below there. Drum windlass is in front of that bulkhead. We have a camera system that we've installed as well to monitor the drum as it comes in.
Yeah.
You'll be able to watch it on the Garmin's. And then our floor in here, this is something new for this last year, is we're using a fiber composite board typically used for stringer structure in fiberglass boats. And they fiberglass over this to build for their structural beams. We're using it as a floor material because it reduces sound. Aluminum boats always are striving to be quieter and quieter and quieter.
They get a little hum to them. They can.
They can, and so you'll notice in our hull it looks gray because we've actually painted all of this lower hull area with a sound deadening paint that we buy specifically to change the resonant frequency of the aluminum. It reduces the noise.
Wow, you can see it all throughout here, all throughout the boat. The entire hull is painted with that.
You ever seen? Yeah, you ever seen a bell on a bicycle and you ding it and it dings? Well, then you touch it, it doesn't. And that's the same principle with the paint.
Yeah. We've got kids. We've got those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is neat, man.
And then directly underneath that floor is a Queen XL second room sleeper berth with storage as well.
Yeah, that's impressive, Micah.
Thanks.
Wow. Can't wait to see that thing completed. What do you got going on here?
Yeah, so this is a walk-around cabin for WDFW.
Okay.
So, you know, we play both sides of the fence. We work with law enforcement and private
Can I
users.
put an air tag on this thing? We can track it.
Not a bad idea. It's actually probably on AIS if you know how to find it.
Yeah,
but
that's true. Another impressive hull here, man.
They've been a great agency to work with.
Sure.
We've built a number of boats for them in the last few years.
Yeah.
And,
see LED lighting up underneath, and you've got this neat drop-down step here on your bows.
Yeah.
You can access the beach. You know?
Almost all the boats these days have this as a standard design feature, both recreational and commercially. And it's a manual door. You can fold it down, beach the boat.
Yeah.
It also works well to load the boat at the dock when you pull into a slip.
For sure.
So
pick up a passenger or something at the dock, and then you've got your collar. You can see where the collars are going to go.
Yep,
here.
this one's a little bit smaller, but we've got the collar on this boat too. And
performance fins. Here we go again.
yeah, you're seeing the same stuff, just a smaller design. Yeah, half the length.
You'll see that in our video of the 33-footer. It's hard to tell from the drone footage because this is underwater, but this is just grabbing on the corner.
We had a good day.
That boat was completely insane.
Yeah.
How it cornered.
I still can't believe we got 38 miles an hour on a single 400 on
single
that boat.
engine.
Yeah.
We tilted up one of the engines. We did a little test on that.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
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 All right, well, thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
It is busy, but you got a lot going on.
Here's another one. And the collar will sit kind of right on top of this, but you can see these performance fins in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to them. They do a lot of different little things, actually. You know, they even, a lot of tubes don't have fins below them, and so tubes are susceptible to debris in the water. These protect the tubes from any wood or drift stuff that's out there. Yeah. And you know, we work with all different engine brands. This one has Suzuki as well. WDFW has been really happy with their Suzukis. So.
I see you got good access to the outboards too. If you get something in the props, you can tilt them up. You can kind of get out here and work on your props, or get a little better access in and out of the boat too.
That's right. And these are the dual props. So this will have the dual prop setup on these outboards.
And this kind of has a delta pad.
They do. So all the boats have a delta.
Yeah.
It adds with the high-speed stability of the hull.
Okay.
And when you pair the lifting strakes give you that little bit of skeg to hold your line and add some efficiency. So, you know, one project that it's a big project that we're really ramping up in the production. Over the next year, this facility will actually transform into a production just for this one boat.
Okay.
So we are going to be building 28 of these boats in 2025. This is the first of the 28 that we're building for the U.S. Coast Guard. We've already delivered them 5 in the field over the last 2 years. They've put them through their paces, and we've gotten little tweaks here's and there's to get to this production model.
Okay.
They
what is this going to be? What's the use of this?
So you see this big horn that's hiding behind this box. So if you can guess. They drive this into the chute of the national security cutters. And then they have a line that hooks over and hooks the boat and holds it in the chute. Because when they're underway, it can be in the worst conditions or the best conditions.
So as they're underway, they can cut this thing loose and see ya.
This is a jet drive hull. It can run dry bearings. They literally drive it up in the chute while the big boat's moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So the bow of this hull, if you look, see all the heat? It's 100% welded. All the frames, it's designed to have that impact load.
You can see where it's all welded right here. All the sheeting is welded to these frames.
This hull has almost as much welding in it as a 41-footer when we're all done.
And how long is this?
This is 26 feet.
26.
This is the over-the-horizon Coast Guard vessel.
Absolute.
This has a Cummins 6.7-liter diesel in it. So. Single engine, single water jet, and then it has a row of 5 suspension seats.
Impressive. Shockwaves going in there?
All Shockwaves, yeah. It's like one big unit.
And, hang on, Matt.
You know, it is a production facility, so.
Classic.
Careful.
Nothing to see here.
Where's the wet paint sign? The other thing about this boat, carbon fiber driveline.
Oh, look at that.
Custom carbon fiber driveline in this hull. Because we have a weight requirement. So we have to meet a really tight weight tolerance. I mean, every ounce is really measured in this hull.
Every one of your boats has some fascinating feature to it.
Every client's got a unique requirement. Yeah. No doubt. Wow. Yeah.
So it's just a 26-foot beast. Collars are going to go on here.
Yep.
What's going on here?
Those are tie-down points, you know, because this may go into an aircraft to be transported around the world.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, or the cradle on the big ship.
Yeah. Got our Hamilton jet right there.
Yeah, there's the suspension seating right behind you too.
Yeah, Shockwave.
Yeah, so that's one module that comes to us complete. Even this seat locks up.
Look at that.
And then we'll release it.
There you go.
There we go.
Wow.
So, yeah, they've got
these saddle seats. These boats corner so hard. You can actually hold yourself in the seat with a saddle seat like this.
Jockey seats have you know, they have a reputation because you kind of want to put about 60% of your weight on your feet. So you're not fully loaded on the jockey itself. But they severely help.
We love our Shockwaves, man. They're a great company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Built up in Sydney, BC.
That's right.
Across the border.
Local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, man. We got all kinds of work going on here. Hear them.
A lot of work.
Hammered away back there.
Yeah, they're working on hull number 2 right now in the welding.
So here's what a final product might look like.
Yeah, so this one's just getting ready for shrink wrap.
Twin 400s on here?
This is V10 Merc 400s.
Okay.
We're taking this to the Miami Boat Show.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap it tomorrow. We're gonna haul it over across the country. It'll show up. We're gonna put it in the sea trial booth, have it on display for the show. Final resting place for this, right across the street from the Blue Angels headquarters in Pensacola.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the blue, you can tell, you know.
You're gonna blow some minds with this thing down there with how it performs. Here you go. And here's the collar system right there.
Yeah.
Got fabric over it. Tough. You got this rub rail in there.
That's right.
Pretty tough to damage this thing.
Very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough. This client's had many aluminum boats, and he's really excited about this one. He hasn't had one quite like this. So
beautiful.
we did the Psionics low light camera on the rooftop. This has a lithium system in it as well. This one doesn't have 48 volt alternators. This has the traditional 12, but we run the 12 through DC to DC converters. We stepped it up to 24 volts. We put into a 24 volt bank, invert that, power the rooftop air conditioner.
Wow.
So
yeah, there you go.
This boat, you would have loved to drive this one. This is a 63 mile an hour monster. Yeah.
Do any of them go below 60? Not many.
Very few.
Yeah.
Yeah, very few.
Rocket ships.
Kind of a magic number.
And you can see this drop down step right here on the bow. Yeah, look at that. Direct bond windows all the way around, except back there it looks like, but up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a wonderful boat. It'll be really great.
Yeah, neat. You see some
the walk-around cabin, you know, it's becoming more popular, especially with the recreational. We're working on some redesign details within the door designs to reduce the width of the cabin.
Yeah.
And it's a great fishing platform.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're in one of your other buildings now, kind of heading our way out of here, but you got another exciting little build right here. What's this?
It's a whole different flow of boats in this shop right now. This is a different building that does some different type of products, but this is a 17-footer. This is a little tender. It's going to go on a yacht that's in Amsterdam being constructed right now.
Yeah.
And you know, from little tender to the boat that you'll see in a minute, we have a big tender as well.
Another one back here.
This is a big yacht. These clients have a number of boats with us. This is a new build, 41 feet overall. This will have triple V10s, 400s. Again, we're going to do the 48 volt system on this too.
Yeah.
So, fun people mover for them.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
And then once we get to this side of the building, you'll see 4 more boats in construction. So Seattle Boat Show this year, I'm sure you're planning to attend at some point.
Be there. Yep.
We're going to have on display a boat that was similar to the one you saw last year with us and we walked through. It's a 35-foot hull, V12s.
Okay.
This one is a Yachtline as well, same as last year. We're trimmed out differently. This is going to have a big generator in it. I don't know if it's going to be easy to really see today because they're building this canvas for it.
See this V12s.
This is going to have racks on the top, over the engines for the crab pots.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's going to have crab pot storage up there.
The ultimate crabbing machine right here.
It's going to be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. This will be at the boat show?
That'll be at the boat show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be climbing around on this thing.
We'll have that one. We're going to have a 27, and we're going to have another 35 in the water. And we're going to be having some really cool technology. I mean, we haven't talked about fun stuff, but these boats are going to have AI systems into them. People can demo them, which can detect what's in front of them on the camera systems and will tell you what they are in the water, how far you are, and if you're going to make an impact. So it's kind of like a safety feature, kind of like your cars do these days.
For sure.
These boats will have that.
Crazy technology.
Really, it's actually really cool. It works really well.
Yeah.
And then as we work our way down, this is a walk-around cabin. This is a police boat.
Oh yeah.
Look, this one's headed to Florida. This is a local 35-foot full cabin. This client, private client, but he does Coast Guard auxiliary, so he wants it to be tricked out with some unique details and features for both pleasure and commercial use. And then this is a big yacht tender. This one's 41 feet long. This one's going to go literally all over the world.
Yacht tender?
It's a yacht tender. They're going to tow it behind a bigger mothership, you know, through Panama, Belize.
Wow.
It's going to the Arctic. It's got a lot of fun trips planned.
Jeez.
The captain and crew were in yesterday. Chief engineer was in yesterday. We went through the whole build with them and the details. So, yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah. So
Love
from big to
in here.
small, it's all unique. It's all different.
We learned something coming here too. You guys are right on the leading edge of everything, you know?
It's hard not to get excited about the cool new stuff in the industry.
Yeah, for sure.
When you get the ability to work with unique clients, you get unique products.
Yeah, and you've got a new facility under construction right now too.
As you leave today, you're going to see it. It's waiting on garage doors to show up, but they're framing out the interior offices. They just painted. They're installing doors today.
Yeah.
So a couple months we'll be in that new shop.
How
All of this will be moved.
How many square feet?
60,000 there. We'll have our own paint booth, our own sandblast booth.
Yeah.
We have a 3,000 amp service at 480 volts.
Yeah.
This building will become our collar manufacturing, our service and warranty. We're going to have a storage area for customers to bring their boats for winter storage. We'll store it for them as an added service. A lot of cool stuff.
We need janitors or anything. Eric and we're available. We can dump the trash cans at night. Or
we do Friday lunches.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big benefit.
All right. We'll do the dishes and stuff for your lunches.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thanks for the time, buddy. It's always just a great time with you over here.
Thanks for coming.
And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Drop your comments and questions down below. We love to hear them. And give Life Proof Boats a follow too on Instagram
and
lifeproofboats.com.
Yeah, our YouTube is actually blowing up a lot.
It
Maybe
is.
That's from you, but thank you.
Yeah, give these guys a follow too. We love this company. And thanks for stopping by Live the Boat today.
Thanks, everybody.